Pucatraders, what's happening? We're here for round 2, and we won the die roll. Man, how lucky are we? How lucky are we to get a hand with 3 lands in it? Wow. We'll keep that. That's a snap keep. From seeing 2 land hands all 3 games in round 1, seeing 3 lands is like, it's like Christmas. But we're playing against an aggressive deck here, so. Alright, I think that we just pass here. We're not going to play the Dusk Hunter Bat right now. We want to play it with Bloodthirst, so we're okay with this. We're okay with this happening. Soulbright Flamekin. That's a little bit more worrisome. Cammy is showing up a little late to the party. But we're going to start things off with the Cathodian. It's very, very big. Maybe getting the Blinding Soul Eater down because this is a 1-1 and a 2-1. Maybe that's the right call. But, you know, really I just want to get the Cathodian down. Because it is a 3-3. 3-3 body. Drawing another land there. So I'm going to play this land before I attack. And I will attack. Taking it. Cool. So I think that we run Bat and Cammy. And we pass. By getting these 2 spirits down, if we get just enough incidental damage and we draw Devouring Greed, we can just, you know, fireball our opponent again for 10. But our opponent not having a turn 3 play is interesting. It means that they don't have any Blood Ogres in their hand. Because they would have just Fire Slingered, then played Blood Ogre. Okay, so here's like a Gorehorn Minotaur. Yeah, it's pretty big. Pretty big. Waxmane Baku is kind of the perfect draw. 3. We'll play the Waxmane Baku. We'll hit for 2 in the air. And now we can play Ghostly Changeling and start tapping this down. Also tapping, you know, multiple things down, just getting in for huge amounts of damage. But, you know, I like the position that we're in. Even if our opponent plays like second Gorehorn Minotaur, we have Blinding Soul Eater to make things, what is this, 5? Thunderblust. Alright. That's cool. I kind of want to block the Cammy on the Thunderblust. That is a lot of damage. We'd be going down to 5. So I think that we're definitely blocking, and I think it is just Cammy on there. It's not going to be Waxmane Baku. Alright, it persists. That's cool. I don't know, maybe cool is not the correct word there. Raise the Alarm is pretty good. But I think that we're just going to go Ghostly Changeling, get our key counter, and smash for 2 in the air. Opponent is putting us down to 11. We are at virtual 10, because they can use it on their turn also. Yep. So now I kind of want to tap down the Thunderblast, allow this to attack. Yeah, I'm going to tap down the Thunderblast, because if this attacks and we, you know, chump block with the Cathodian, he can pay 2 and give it trample. I think we're also okay just taking 5 here. We could double block Ghostly Changeling and Cathodian on it. Problem is that any sort of pump spell just completely wrecks us, along with things like Lightning Bolt and, you know, Shock and Burst Lightning, all those things. So we'll just take that there. Brute Force is something else to look out for. Vampire Lacerator. Okay. Drawing Spread the Sickness. That's a good one. That's a great one, actually. So we can go 5. We can spread the sickness here. And then we can proliferate this -1/-1 counter and proliferate this +1/+1 counter. Too bad we don't have a key counter also. So we'll proliferate here, and we'll proliferate here. Bang. Done. And then attack. Thinking about attacking with a ghostly changeling. The opponent has 10 or less life. Yeah, I think Dustcutter Bat is a fine thing to attack in with. I was thinking about attacking with the Ghostly Changeling, also maybe attacking with the Cathodian, but our opponent probably just has, like, you know, Burst Lightning here, and we're just dead. Sickle Ripper. Alright. So let's attack in with everything. It's going to force some chump blocks. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And like this will stay alive, this will stay alive, or this will stay alive, this won't. You can block there, that's fine. Okay. Now do we want to trade off here? Or do we want to just eat the Lacerator? We've blocked the Cathodian. Ooh, they're thinking about blocking the Cathodian. You can't just let it through. Okay. That's interesting. Because now even if they brute force, we can still kill it. Yep. Ooh, maybe this is their plan. Interesting. So we'll play Blinding Soul Eater, and then we'll play Raise the Alarm. Wow, they're at 2? I mean, this is going to be close. It's going to be very close. I mean, even if something terrible, awful happens, where like our opponent has 2 removal spells, we can still block one of them and go to 2. Alright, land. So even if they have 2 removal spells in hand, I think that we got this one. We'll raise the alarm. This does tap us out, so if they want to do some... Okay, cool. Alright, we did it! Woo! That was a close one. Alright, but hey, we did it, and we get the Celestial Purge as one of the cards that we can bring in. That's pretty good. We did see Soulbright Flamekin. We saw a Fire Slinger, so I think Shrivel is good too. And I think that we can take out some of these larger things. Like a Spread the Sickness doesn't seem... it actually seemed super great there. It was so good. We can take out a Swans. You know, them pointing a Lightning Bolt at a Swans and then drawing 3 cards. Like, turning Lightning Bolt into Ancestral Recall is not where I want to be. And I would like all of these early cards. I don't think I like... Oh, Bone Splitter seems okay. We could get rid of Otherworldly Journey. I think it's between Bone Splinters and Otherworldly Journey. I think it's Otherworldly Journey. Cool. I like it. Could also bring in the Conclave Phalanx, but I'm not in the mood for doing that. This is an interesting hand. So here's a cool thing that you can do is you can attack with a Dustcutter Bat. Deal 1 damage. You know, have it not be Bloodthirst. Deal 1 damage, and Otherworldly Journey, it comes back on your end step as a 3/3. So we'll keep this. We also have 4 lands. I know it only looks like we have 3, but we have 4. Oh, starting off strong. Cathodian. Alright. Cool. Yeah, we're winning. I don't know if you play something here... Oh, is he just not going to play anything? Oh, goodness. Alright, so let's see. Now the choice is, we can wait on this Orzhov Basilica and just start curving out. I kind of want to run the Dusk Hunter Bat Otherworldly Journey plan. We could also just Celestial Purge the Lacerator, but I like actually just purging the Blood Ogre later. So I think we just run the Dusk Hunter Bat. Now we just have that plan for the Otherworldly Journey later. This is probably getting a red. Yeah. Yep. Probably getting a red. Oh my gosh. Look, we've already dealt 2 damage to them. Incidental damage. That's what we're after, is incidental damage. Blood Ogre. Incoming? No, no Blood Ogre. Oh my goodness. How lucky for us. Alright. So here, I think now we're going to start just curving out with with Basilicas and Chanceries. But first things first is I want to attack. And then I want to play Cathodian. Cathodian. Alright, pass the turn. Don't have Lightning Bolt, that's great. And doesn't attack. Wow, just nothing. Just straight up nothing. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with both of these. If something really weird happens, yeah. So that's all good. I'm going to Otherworldly Journey the Bat. If they have a Lightning Bolt here, yeah, if they had a Lightning Bolt there, that would have been the time to play it. I'm going to play this Orzhov Basilica, which now opens us up to double black. Pick up this Plains, say go, and now it comes in as a 3/3. Ta-da! And now for my next trick, I will make my opponent's creatures disappear. I wonder if anyone has done an altar on this to be like the Marty McFly disappearing from history. I mean, it does kind of look like he's holding a guitar, so I don't know. I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure it's been done. Alright, well, we'll play Plains because he knows about that. He doesn't know about the infinite other lands in our hand, but... Okay, blocking. They run like a brute force or something. We can, yeah, just sit here. So looks like they still have nothing. Maybe they're just like, it's all Gorehorn Minotaurs that they're just too proud to play as a 3/3. What is this? 6 mana. Midnight Banshee. Okay. We'll just Celestial Purge that. How does that sound? I hope good. Moonlit Strider, and that's probably game. Because now we can protect anything, with the Moonlit Strider. And they're at 2, so we have 2 lethal creatures. We can protect our creature. We can Bone Splinters. And that's game. We're going to the finals, boys. We're going to the finals. That's great. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll see you in the finals.